doing a different kind of video today. No worms, but still kind of in the same theme of what I like. We're going up looking for mushrooms. Got my buddy Ivan driving right here. We're in some really pretty country up here, kind of behind our house where we live. The canyon that's just right 5 minutes from us. I'm taking this book my buddy gave me about how to identify western mushrooms, and we're going to walk around kind of at the elevation where springtime is just ending. It's a little dry this year, so we might not find anything, but we're hopeful that we'll find a couple morels or something like that. So anyway, you'll see some pretty country. Kind of get to see the mountains where I live, so that should be pretty exciting. It's just gorgeous out here up on the canyon. Kind of back in the Wasatch Mountains. Kind of on the older end, the south end of them. A little dusty from us right there, but it's just green and springtime. It's just gorgeous. I love it up here. I try to get up here as much as I can, but not always possible. But we're gonna go hike around and have a lot of fun. Kind of a lot of people where we want to be, but we're gonna kind of go up in this hill right here and hike around. It's a pretty meadow. Still, they just stopped there? It looks like it. Why are they stopped here? Yeah, you can go around. They just decided they were going to park in a bad spot. Just go on up in those trees. It's good, people camping up here. Good for them. Getting out. Start walking down this old log road. Ooh, got the sun right in my eyes. Get behind this tree. There we go. Yeah, so there's a log road behind me. We're gonna walk. It's kind of got a microclimate of some cooler air. I haven't foraged too much. I've been getting into it a little bit. So I'm still a novice. So in the comments, you want to leave any advice you see or know, let me know. And got all these wild roses up here. Really pretty. Mean though. Some pretty wildflowers. These white ones are gorgeous. It's just, I love all the birds. It's just pretty.
Yeah, we're on the mountains, huh?
Lots of carpenter ants. Old stuff. Nothing edible though. I'm not going to rip it off. But just growing here. I mean, that is dry as a bone though. But shows that there's fungus around. We just got to find it. Pretty fresh from this year. Someone cut down an old beetle kill. They're probably, I mean, there's another cut one back there by Ivan and his daughter. They'll probably come back and chop this one up too, because that other tree's gone. So far seeming like it's too dry to find anything good. But man, it's just such a beautiful day. And look, it's just so green. It's going to be a dry summer though. I'm kind of worried about wildfires this year. Problem is, this area does need a good wildfire. Look how just so much debris there is on the understory. And you do prescribe burn on a wet year, but they never get around to it. Some deer tracks crossing this little trail right here. Been seeing bones here and there, and just walked into the skull. Sorry for the background noise.
What is it? What do you have?
Not sure what it was.
What is that?
Up here though, could be anything from cow, deer, elk. Who knows? Maybe even moose. That's definitely not a moose though. That's way too small unless it was a baby. But yeah, I saw the bones kind of scattered all along this hillside. Coming across the skull makes me think it wasn't a hunter kill.
This is a wild strawberry.
Strawberries. Now that I'm looking closer, this whole hillside's just packed with them. They're pretty cute little plants. You see this, Ivan? You can see them popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
And right here is a blossom. There's some more back in there. To find bear ripping this up. Looking for grubs and ants. Oh, yeah, he dragged it all over the place. You can see he's been tearing all these logs up. These black bears will come around and just, I mean, no effort, just to rip the sides out these stumps and just grab grubs and ants out of them. Just under the surface, so we still might get lucky. But everywhere else is just seeming so dry. Man, I'm really surprised we haven't seen anything in this area. All the research I've done, looks like prime stuff, but like I said, I'm a novice at this. I don't know much yet. Hoping to eventually get good at it, but you know, you got to start knowing nothing before you know anything. Look at the size of this anthill. Here, Marianne, come here. Come stand next to this.
Patience, Marianne, come stand next to this.
I mean, this is close to 3 feet tall. It's just on this old stump. I mean, they've buried this stump. You can see the girls next to it. That's cool. Don't want to disturb them too much, but it looks like, yeah, there they are, just working away. Pretty cool. Sometimes you find cool stuff that they dragged up on these, but this one looks like it's too far off the road to have anything interesting pulled up on it.
By now, huh? We passed over.
Yeah, we passed over the ridge. We're in Diamond Fork, but look at that, another big anthill over there, almost covering the whole stump.
Yeah.
Pretty cool what they can do. Strawberries everywhere. All those white flowers.
All through the
Strawberries. Yeah. It's all underneath there. We might have to come back here in a couple weeks. These are always fun. Yeah. Look, they start doing their little... They start dancing at you.
There's wild peas up here too, I'm looking at.
Really? Yeah. Those are wild peas. That's cool. Very fresh mule deer tracks. We might have spooked this one up. They're way fresh. Fortunately, it doesn't look like we're gonna find much. We just were up on this hill behind me here, kind of up on a slight ridge on that old logging road. The main road's literally right next to us. We walked back down to it. We're walking around in this little gully bottom, and it just seems way too dry. All I saw was that woody fungus on the side of the log. Nothing that really was promising, no damp earth. There was a couple rotten logs I tipped over that were damp underneath, but they'll be like that a month from now. It's just been too dry of a spring for much to pop up. Really cool to see all the wild strawberries though. I think we're gonna come back in a week or two and see what we can forage, see if a lot of the animals get it, but I doubt we'll get much or find much. We'll give it a shot though, it'll be fun. Maybe I'll make another video out of it. We'll see how this one is accepted. I know sometimes I make videos off subject from the worms and it doesn't go over really well, but and some people enjoy it, and as long as someone's enjoying it, that's all I want really. Got some seeping water here. There's a spring up here which weirdly geologically makes no sense to me since we're up on one of the highest parts of the mountain. I don't know where the water soaks in and comes down, but man, look at this meadow. Just beautiful. Let's fill up my water bottle, see if this is dripping enough to do that. Looks like it. There may be algae in the puddle or in the trough, but that water coming out of there is super clean. Plus I got a filter straw, so I'm thirsty. I mean, it's crystal clear under the algae, but sitting out here in the sun all day just grows. Beautiful day, beautiful meadow. Kind of up here on top. This is the saddle before you go down the other side to another canyon called Diamond Fork Canyon. Just, I mean, look at all the wildflowers and stuff. Just, I love getting up here. So this water's probably perfectly safe to drink, but I have one of these filter bottles, so just to be extra safe. But to be honest, I already took a gulp of water out of it before filtering it, so if it is bad for me, I'll find out tonight. But with this filter, it'll get rid of anything that's too bad. Like I said, the water's probably perfectly fine to drink as it is. The cows haven't been up here yet, so there's nothing gross. I mean, still pretty pristine. They're gonna walk back the easy way, the kids. I'm gonna go pick along the tree line here. Just one last ditch effort, you know. Gotta give it the best opportunity I can, the best effort I can. Otherwise I'll keep thinking about it and wish I'd tried harder. But I said, I'm a total novice at this. Wow, look at these pretty blue flowers. Eventually, I'll get better, just like it is in everything. Ooh, perfect light right now. It's just gorgeous up in this forest. Fortunately, looks like we're gonna get skunked on mushrooms. I'd be more upset if I didn't kind of expect it. With it being so dry and me being so new at it, I'm not super shocked. Didn't find anything, but man, this place is gorgeous. I'm not really gonna give up on this spot because the trees I see, the soil type I see, the area and the other plants growing makes me think that this is probably a great spot to find wild mushrooms on a wetter year. And it just isn't that year this year. So we'll try again. But man, it's nice just to get out in the woods and walk and think. It's actually kind of nice now, just kind of being on my own doing it. I kind of took a detour back to the car. You know, it reminds me, it's funny, as growing up, I went out with my dad hunting a lot. He actually passed away January this year, and it's been really hard on me because it was really sudden and unexpected. I used to go out scouting for elk and deer with him when I was really little, pretty much those girls' age and on. And I used to get so easily distracted, and I could find almost anything, and I'd always be pointing out like, look Dad, an ant, or look Dad, a mushroom, or look Dad, a snake or a caterpillar. And I'd always be like, Dust, we're looking for deer, or we're looking for elk, or be quiet. And it's just, you know, being out here and just walking around, even not finding anything, just, it's a good way to kind of feel closer to him. I miss him a lot. It's hard not having him around, not being able to call him. He was really interested in the worm farm and would always ask me updates on it. But, you know, it's good that he gave me this sense of love for nature and just exploring and finding things and learning these things. This is foraging is not a needed skill, but it's one I want to learn. Modern day man, I guess, just kind of doesn't do it, but there are people out there that do, and I've always wanted to, and I got a book to teach me at least one aspect of it. Already pretty good with plants, so I might do a couple more videos on this. Just leave your feedback. I mean, if you're into this sort of stuff, please leave advice. I'd love to learn more, especially from people that actively do this sort of thing. And just, or even just like leave some resources that you know that would be good for me to read up on or watch. Because I love learning new stuff. It's just one of those things that I was lucky to have ingrained in me. And I don't know if it was from my dad or naturally, but I'm glad I have it. Anyway, thanks for watching a little trek through the woods in my failed attempt at finding wild mushrooms. I really appreciate all the people that watch my videos and comment and talk to me, and you know, there's a few people that I see in almost every video that I feel like I'm almost getting to know, and this has been more fun and more exciting for me than I thought it would be. Anyway, coming up soon, some more worm farm videos, a couple updates to some experiments I started not too long ago. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more, and follow along on, you know, other things I'm gonna put on the channel. Mostly worm farm stuff, but who knows what we'll branch out to. I got an aquaponics system I'm designing too, that I'll be putting together later this summer. It'd be cool. This book that my friend Tyler got me is pretty funny. I mean, look at that guy, this trumpet and the mushroom, just hilarious. And it's actually a pretty cool book. So what it's got in the front is a flow chart that lets you look at the mushroom you find, and then, you know, look at the attributes of it, and then it tells you what pages to look on, and it's got a front and back cover like that. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. I'll get there. Got it. Almost. Got it. So it's got another one, different types and things like that. That's what we were looking for. No luck though. But yeah, you follow along, it tells you what mushroom, and it's pretty sweet. It's actually really useful. I've looked through it a lot and really easy to follow. I'll put a link in the description down below. It's a pretty cheap book on Amazon. So we'll do an actual sign out with this gorgeous view. Just incredible. That's Hobble Creek down in there. It's the backside of the Wasatch, Provo Peak, Freedom Peak area. And it's just that sunset. Can't beat that.